I'm going to show you how to make a branded thumbnail sized image for your courses in Funnel Breezy, or really for almost any courses. They're going to have the same dimensions on them, and you're going to want to do it the same way. So if we come up here to create a design, we're going to do a custom size. We're going to do 1280 by 700. And that's just kind of a standard size for a lot of templates. Now let me show you how, by 1280 by 720. Let me change that real quick. 1280 resize, custom size by 720. We want to make sure we get it exactly right, or 780 by 1280, so continue, resize to one design. Okay. Open that design, close out this one. Okay, so this is a really common size for a lot of different thumbnails for platforms. The way that we like to do them here is, I think it looks nice, but you can choose any of these different kind of templates that you want to put on your, for your course. But the way that we have been doing ours is we go down to pictures, and you can see recently used. You can look for office pictures. You can look for, let's say if I wanted to do like nature type of pictures. So let's say I want to do a field with flowers. Okay, something like that. What you're going to do is you're going to right click it, and you're going to set the image as a background. And then we're probably going to have to make it a little bit transparent, bring the opacity down a little bit. But we'll do that in a minute when we can see what it looks like with the square on top. If you go up to elements, we're going to choose a shape. Doesn't matter what color it is right now. We're just going to stick it on here, make it so I like to just make sure that it's has about the size I want it to be, about like this. Okay. There we go. We've got it centered. Okay, now when I select it, I am going to come over here, and I'm going to use white. And I'm also going to make this transparent. So this we can make as, we want to be able to see it. So it won't be as important to make this as transparent as the one before. But let's say we make this one to 70. And we can decide whether or not we want to make that more transparent. You're going to take your text. And in this case, this is Connie's text. So you would add here, say where this is amazing course content. All right. And you can put like a little underline, a little frilly thing, anything in elements. You can look up all kinds of lines, swirls. I like using swirls a lot. Swirl line, and then CL graphics. Like, these are super fun for me. I love being able to put anything on here. I'm gonna just arrange it, make it look like you want. Because I have Canva Pro, I like using swirls that I can do things with. Let's see, we'll pick that from the picture. Swirls that you can make colorful or whatever it is that you want. You can also make that a little more transparent if you don't want it standing out so much. All right, and now we're going to add the title of whether it's a module, whether it's a title of a lesson or module. We just make all of ours the same, but again, I would make it simple to start with. You can always go back and update it later. So Poppins is actually just like Questrol, and I like it a lot more. So I'm going to make this size 55 so they can see it. If I have a secondary brand color, I'm always center my stuff right about like that. If I have a secondary brand color, I may want to change the color of it. Let's say green, if it's pretty. Okay. Amazing course content. Oh, let's play around with that. Make that a little darker. And then we've got whatever your lesson title is. We can decide at this point, do we need to make that more transparent or not? Is it good how it is? It's just going to depend how vibrant your picture is on the back. and how hard it is to see through the content. So anything, play with the transparency, make it, look the way you want it to look like, make it color the way you want it to color. And then what we'll do is we're going to come up here to where it says share, and we're going to hit brand template. So we're going to make it a brand template. It's going to ask you, where would you like to put this brand template? I'm going to stick it in my graphics right here, and then I'm going to hit publish. And then what I do is when I need to create a new lesson or a new module, I will just type it in here. Generally speaking, about 45 to 55 is the right font size for what we use. But let's say I have create a video for your peeps. And then because I like batch creating things, it just saves me a ton of time. I'm going to duplicate it, and I know my next lesson maybe is create a download for your peeps. I'm going to duplicate that, and maybe my final lesson 4 is homework. Okay. The last little thing that I sometimes in the past have skipped, but I am so grateful when I don't skip it. So I try to remember to do this. This might be I'm just going to give it a short name. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to go all out. If you download a batch of video or a batch of images and they're all named the same, they're going to be named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you end up, trust me, I know, with 100 files of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your computer without knowing what they are or what they look like. So this one I do download, or maybe even down. I just need a way to differentiate them from each other and to know what it is that I'm doing. Homework is one that you'll use over and over again if you give your people homework. When I download it, I always download it using a JPEG, and I'm going to download that. It's going to come open in a zip file. I'm going to unzip it into, let me pull this over here. Here's my 3, so you can see that I've done that. When I extract it, I want to create a new folder. So I'm going to hit that browse all and go into my downloads. I'm going to right click and I'm going to do new folder. And of course, this is on a PC. On a Mac, it's going to be a little different. So I'm going to name this amazing course. And I'm going to double click that to put this in here, select the folder, extract, and now I have the first 3 pictures of my amazing course in a folder all ready to go. So every time I download something, even if I'm just changing something once real quick, I'm going to download it right into that one folder so that all of them are together, which is another reason you want to make sure that every time you change one of these, that you just put a different title on it so that you can keep them all in the same folder. If you don't, then the computer's like, okay, so you already named something just like this one, and this is named 1. What do you want me to do with it? I don't know what to do with it. So just for organization's sake, go ahead and stick it on there. And then when you need a template for whatever it is, you already have something, and you'll just need to come in, switch something out. It takes me just seconds to come up with whatever new cover that I need for each of my modules. So I would encourage you to make it simple, to come up with something that you like that's beautiful. Don't spend tons of time on it. You can always go back and update them as you go, and just get something out there and something on the top of your modules. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you the next time.